Hello, good afternoon, happy Monday. I thought I'd just talk briefly about the job that I did this morning, health and safety audit. I've mentioned that this was in the pipeline before. Finally today it started, so I actually visited HM Prison Coldingley, which is just outside Woking in Surrey, and that is a jail that I have spent 2 periods of time in. One on my first sentence, I was there from early 2009 until the middle of 2010, and then I was lucky enough to return there in 2017, and I stayed there until December 2018. Some of you will remember that I was removed from Coldingley prison in 2018 due to a security intelligence report whereby another inmate had been caught collecting a pair of wire cutters that had been thrown over the fence as part of a parcel that came in. I assume drugs, phones, stuff like that, but anyway, there were these wire cutters as well. I don't know the reason why, I'll never know the reason why, but when that guy was caught collecting that parcel, he threw my name in and said that the wire cutters were for me. No matter how many times I tell anyone and everyone that that is a complete fucking lie, of course, no one can be absolutely sure of the truth except me and the guy who got me in shit. He and I both know that he was lying, outright lie. I was never planning to try and escape from Coldingley. I've never planned to try and escape from any jail. So yeah, that cost me dear. I spent two and a half weeks locked up in the segregation unit in Coldingley while they decided what they were going to do with me. And eventually I was moved to, well, officially I was E-list escorted, which is what they call it, from Coldingley to Pentonville. That was, they came and got me from the segregation unit early in the morning, about 7 o'clock. They wouldn't tell me what was happening. They put me in handcuffs. Four prison officers escorted me to reception in handcuffs. They put me in an what we call an E-man suit, which is a special one-piece, what do you call it? It's essentially a set of overalls, a jumpsuit if you like. It's in quarter sections, yellow, green, yellow, green. It's got HM Prison written in bold capital letters across the back. Yeah, and they put me in that suit, and then they told me finally, they had me in handcuffs and a closet chain, and then they finally enlightened me and said that they were taking me to Pentonville. So it cost the prison 4 prison officers for the day and an MPV to take me all the way to North London. Anyway, that was then and this is now. So this morning I went back to Coldingley prison for the first time. It was quite surreal. I didn't feel any different particularly, but I had to actually go into the reception area because the health and safety chap for the principal contractor wasn't there. He was supposed to call me to arrange our meeting, but I just had to turn up and hope for the best. Went into the reception area. You couldn't make it up, really. The guy there, the officer there, he was there both times I stayed in Coldingley, and he was one of the head officers of security department in the prison. I introduced myself, explained why I was there. He looked at me. Yeah, he gave me that look. He knew, and I said, yes, it is me. I'm here on legitimate business. He was fine about it. I got on with my job. It was quite a long-winded one today because I had to attend a meeting as well. But probably the strangest and most surreal part of it was when I finally went into the actual site itself within the prison. The work that my people are doing at the moment is some groundworks and drainage works outside of the wings, but I was actually taken on to B wing of HMP Coldingley, and yeah, it was a step back in time for me because I did actually spend a couple of weeks on B wing in 2009 when I first arrived there. It was familiar to me in the sense that the four main wings of the prison are carbon copies of each other. So yeah, it kind of felt like yesterday really, but it was just a very kind of almost an out-of-body experience in a kind of strange way. But I went there, I did the job, and here I am. The thing is, I've been not nervous about going there, but I have been a little bit kind of possibly in a state of heightened awareness, because the reality is, yes, I got onto the site today, and we'll see whether I can get back on there. I'm supposed to go there to audit every 2 weeks now until my lot have finished there. Obviously, a senior officer in security saw me today. I wouldn't be surprised if next time I go there I'm refused entry. I wouldn't be surprised. There's no particular reason for that to happen, but it could happen, and my hunch is that I'm not going to say probably, I'm going to say possibly will happen. We'll see what goes down. I'm back there in 2 weeks. It's only, yeah, it's a funny feeling. Obviously I'd been to Huntercombe over lots of times until about Christmas. That job has finished, but going back to an actual prison that I actually stayed in during both of my sentences, yeah, it was a little bit yeah, well, it's another day, it's another job, but obviously there's a little bit of kind of certain thoughts and feelings. Yeah, I mean, I guess especially I didn't have a happy departure from that jail, and as I said previously, I know that I was 100% innocent. Shit like that happens sometimes in prison. In the time that I spent over the 17 years, 1 or 2 similar things happened to me. But this one was probably the standout one in terms of security. I'd never been on the escape list before, and I'd never sampled all the delights of that particular list. So yeah, it has some memories, that place, definitely. And also it has memories because it's technically my local prison. It's the closest sentenced prison that's to where I live. So I guess I live in the shadow of it all the time. Have a great day, everybody. Hasta la vista.